shadow pick up. Which one? That one?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show.
And as you can see, someone's not a happy camper.
I'm not. I'm very concerned about the storm. I have a candle lit here for everybody down in the Gulf Coast region. I have an angel here with nice watery colors, and I thought I'd keep the praying cat here that Mama T gave us because we got to remember too that the storm is not only affecting people, all their animals, the animals out in the wild. Just a terrible time down there right now. So we've got a candle lit, and I've been doing a chant in my head right now that goes something like, "May this raging storm now cease. Earth, sky, and water be at peace." And so you might want to consider, saying a little prayer or whatever for those who are affected by this terrible, terrible storm.
Thank you, Banshee.
You are very welcome, Mr. O, which is also why I have Kuan Yin hanging in the background there as well. Here she is. Actually, I was going to wear that today, but the darn string in that pendant has a knot I can't get out.
And yes, everybody who's in the chat room can be added, so thank you.
All right, so let's see what we've got. I will be taking them in order. All right. Let's go.
Okay.
Annie. Mama T. Just getting the list down.
So, if you were trying to tune in this morning at 10 o'clock to see Banshee's Material Matters, you were probably surprised because it was not there. And it was my faux pas, me culpa. I basically didn't get it done in time. We'll just say it that way. So it did come on right around noon. So you can still catch that on our channel, of course, The Material Matters, which is Banshee's Tarot Keys to Success in Business, Education, and Finance.
Just thought I'd add a little something about the storm. Yesterday, I just felt I needed to do some cards on it, and it was before I tuned into the Weather Channel to really start doing my weather geek stuff because, weather fascinates me. I'm not like somebody who follows fire trucks and likes disasters, but the power of nature just never ceases to amaze me. And so I wanted to see how bad I felt the tarot cards would say this storm would be. So I asked if Ida would be a very bad storm for the U.S. And let's see, this was about 1 or 2 in the afternoon yesterday. And I got probably most likely yes, the 2 aces popped up. And I got the King of Cups upright. And the King of Cups upright was in my Dancing in the Dark tarot. And all I'll say is the one thing that stood out for me on that card was the roiling water that was around this King of Cups. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, it's really going to be bad water-wise. It's going to be terrible. So then tell me about the impacts of Hurricane Ida, and I just threw 3 cards. And I got the 5 of Swords reversed, the Emperor upright, and the Page of Swords upright. So I really wanted to know about the impacts of Ida, not about, anything else, the storm itself. And what I really surmise is that really everybody in the path of the storm, is potentially going to take a pounding from it. It's going to be very difficult physically, mentally, emotionally. So hang in there. It's coming in with authority because of the Emperor upright. And then the Page of Swords, I had one caveat here and hope that it meant maybe the storm would move more swiftly through. But, the fact that I also had 2 swords cards kind of indicated to me that the air would be, a factor too. Air and water in this storm. Obviously, it's a hurricane. So, hoping the best for the Gulf Coast. Sorry, I'm a little empathic, so I'm really feeling it right now and trying to work through that. All right, want to go with your cards on
Yeah,
a more
sure.
better note?
Okay, so I wanted to dig up cards I don't always use or haven't used, and of course, I immediately grabbed the Witch's Tarot, and this is the Six of Swords from that deck. And then I've also grabbed my Nefertari Tarot, and that's Death, Change, Transformation. And then also the Adrian Tarot,
Beautiful.
which is kind of angelic-y, and that's the Lovers from that one. But on a whim, I decided that if anybody wants a one-card oracle kind of reading, I have pulled my fairly new Thoth Journey, which is based on Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck, but actually a lot more spiritual and New Age. So I thought those would be nice for one-card readings if somebody wants just a one-card oracle. It's a tarot, but it's also an oracle. And that's the universe, or otherwise known as the world. So we'll see. I know a couple people like just an oracle card sometimes. So.
Well, maybe you could consider using that for our collective cards someday.
Oh, not today though?
Well, I had one out.
I see.
I just didn't get to it because I wanted to get to the hurricane stuff. So, as you can see, I do have my Dancing in the Dark Tarot here. Not going to pull that one out again to save some time. Here's the Queen of Wands, who comes up a lot lately in readings. From the Dark Woods Tarot. I like this deck a lot. You might be seeing a little bit of it through September, maybe into October. Then I have, again, maybe a final time for the As Above, So Below deck. This is the As Above deck in the As Above, So Below deck series. Oh, I'm calling it a series. It's really only 2 decks, but... And followed by the So Below deck. And this is the 8 of Wands in that deck.
The Sun Man is staring at me over there.
Yes, I know he wants to get over there, but he's not going to. And, okay, I think I got through all those. We're going to be using the Lenormand tiles, and today's card for the collective, and don't worry, everybody is on the list who is in the room. We have the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed. These can be read either upright or reversed, Mr. O, just letting you know that. So, whichever way you pull it.
Oh, okay.
All right, and while I'm getting the card of the collective ready, I'm just going to go over the order of the list. I have Acel will be first, Libra Cusp will be second, Apple and Eve, Mama T, Lena, January Girl, and Mr. Maurice. And Mr. O, I'm just going to fan him now. Pull a card. There you go. It's reversed. Uh-oh.
The Wishing Well.
Oh, dear.
But reversed.
What number is that?
Number 48, and I immediately don't like this.
Well, I know. Well, water. Got bad water storm. But let's see what we see. Well, what it basically says is this is not a time to force anything to happen in your life, especially what seems to be eluding you. You can't demand that the universe provide you with what you want. Unmet desires can burst into a destructive fire of obsession. Step back a little bit, breathe, and take your attention away from what you want. Ask instead for what you need. Only the unseen knows how to align desire, inspiration, and its manifest form. As the coin disappears into the mystery of the dark pool at the bottom of the well, have faith. Don't engage in wishful thinking. You must co-create with spirit, not make demands. You may yet get what you want. Never forget that life is filled with choices. Make a wish, but be open to the enchanted way in which spirit fulfills your desire. What a good message there. We have to remember that, it's one thing to make wishes, but in order to make those wishes become a reality, we have to be a co-creator with spirit in order to do so. Awesome message. I like it.
And thank you for that.
You're welcome. Hey, Angel Rivera, we'll get you on the list. Good afternoon to you. All right. So, let's get started. Yeah, thank you for that. I think everybody should do their own prayers in their own way. I really sincerely think this is just going to be a whopper. And I think it's not just because of what's happening right now or will be happening in the next hours, but as this storm unfolds and carries its misery further. So let's just hope it moves faster than they expect and maybe dissipates quickly. Sometimes a powerful storm like that will lose its steam. Let's hope for the best. So, okay, Estelle, you are up. And then Libra Cuss, Baffle and Eve, Mama T, Lena, January Girl, Mr. Maurice, and Angel Rivera. Oh, okay. All right, because, you are back to business as usual. Well, you're at the bottom of the list, Angel, so who knows? Maybe we'll throw a card for you at the very end.
I want to create the list and pin it. Can you let me just read it while we're waiting?
Sure, you can. Saul's got his question. Okay. I'll get a deck and get started while Mr. O's typing. Oh, let's use this one. And there goes Sunny. Here you go, Mr. O. Okay. Okay. This card is Mabon. It's interesting. It is the Justice card in the As Above Tarot. And it's interesting because you can see the balance between light and dark of the year, Mabon. And we have the Mother of Water, the Queen of Water, Cups reversed. And we have the Moon upright. No, actually, I'm sorry, it was reversed. I flipped it to look at it. It was reversed. It's the Moon reversed.
Well, I definitely think that some of this shows your own feelings, because you mentioned you're just sort of still stuck there in a pattern of caring, and I sort of feel maybe that's represented by the moon reversed. Moon reversed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually off on it. I'm sorry, I thought that was a different card. I'm not used to this deck. I take it back. I'll let you go first.
Oh, okay. Well, with the Justice card here, what does Alabek would like to say to you? That, I would say that he wants to say that his feelings for you are leaning towards, he just has he has difficult feelings for you. He has difficulties resolving his feelings for you, I feel. He wants to be fair, but yet I feel for some reason Alibek is harboring some sort of resentments. And I don't know, the moon is reversed here, Acel. I almost feel like maybe they want to tell you, they want to reveal something to you, but maybe they just don't want it to be taken, the wrong way. They just don't want, they really want to look more fair about it than they're really feeling. I don't know if that makes sense. Do you know what I'm trying to say there?
I don't even know what I'm trying to say. There's some mixed
There is
ideas
mixed
here
feelings
because I
here.
see this idea with the Justice card that it's sort of like maybe just saying wanting to keep the peace and not necessarily
That's it.
render an opinion. Just sort of hold this balance, the balance in this card between night and day, revelation, hiding, and maybe to underscore that, that's why we have the moon reversed, because maybe the feeling is that he has complicated emotional feelings that don't even make sense to him.
That could be.
All
right.
The Queen of Cups reversed is a person who maybe really has problems within their own imagination about their feelings or about how they want to, dream things even. And of course, the moon is a card of dreams, and the moon is reversed, so it just seems to signify that there's a reluctance to really reveal some true parts of the self, I guess.
Well, Bam, thanks for helping me figure out what I was trying to say, because basically, yes, that's it. I feel that with the with Justice there, it's basically Alibek does not want to rock the boat. He doesn't want to rock the boat and open old wounds, He would like to reveal his feelings of what went wrong, but he can't because he's afraid it's going to rock the boat. Maybe he doesn't want to give you false hopes. Maybe he doesn't want to acknowledge certain things within himself. Whatever it is, it feels as though he's trying to maintain a certain balance here, and he's fearing that coming out with it, like the moon, will open up a can of worms he's not ready for. I really kind of think that's what's going on here. Boy, I needed you to say some of what you said there with Justice, and it started to make sense to me.
Hi, Kate. Hi, Celie.
Oh, Kate. Welcome, Kate. All right. So, let me pull... Well, we've got the Lenormand tiles. I don't want to put anything by the flames here, so maybe I'll pull first, and then you can take the bag and keep it by you so you can pull first the next time, Mr. O.
I'm sorry, what? I'm working with the chat.
I'm aware, but pay attention. So I don't want to put it up here by the fire, so maybe you can keep the bag by you for the next time you'll pull first. Yes.
Okay.
It's one way we can make sure we do it right. Maybe.
So you pulled the star.
I did.
And guess what I pulled?
Well, I'm waiting.
The ring.
Oh my gosh.
I knew you were going to say that. And if you're looking for me to help you out, I'm not so sure.
Well, wow, this is really interesting, though, Acel. And I don't know if it's, and again, I personally don't want to be the one to give any false hope. But I will say that one of two things here is either this Alibek is focused on, putting all of his hopes in a current commitment that they have, or maybe he's just trying to leave some things open, for a possible commitment in the future. He wants to just kind of have the best of both worlds here. I'm not sure. So when Mr. O is done with the chat, I'll have him chime in.
Okay. Well, we're trying to add this to to the other cards, and this is talking about their feelings. It seems to me like maybe they feel something that pulls them, but they also feel that they're guided by destiny in a way, and so they're really looking for signs and they're not quite seeing any sign that makes them feel they need to change where, they feel they have made their commitment.
Yeah, so I do feel like this is something about they're putting all their hopes into a commitment they have presently. So, but I do feel like there is some real mixed emotions going on with Alabama. And he would like to talk more about it, but he fears doing that because he really does not want maybe anything to interfere with what he feels is happening here. I hope that makes sense to you because it was kind of hard getting there, so I have to admit. And it really had nothing to do with the deck we're using. I just think it was the nature of the cards we pulled for this question. It is showing some of the mixed feelings here.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think you should be doing this over and over again because it's just going to take too long. We would have to really get a moderator to do this, Mr. O.
Okay.
And I am keeping the list, and I repeat it every reading.
I know, but there's always somebody that
I
says, where am I on the
understand
list? Where am
that.
I
I
on the list?
understand, but they'll understand. All right. So, and we don't want anything to slow us down when we have a big list.
No, of course.
Hey, Estelle, that's what we have for you. And sorry it was a little bit muddled there. All right, so we're going to go on with Libra Cusp, then Apple and Eve, Mama T, Lena, January Girl, Mr. Maurice, Angel Rivera, Sile, and Kate. I mean, it's nice of you to try, but our focus needs to be here.
Dig that.
General reading for Libra, and it is your deck.
Okay, so let's see. I think I'll use the...
That thing's going to be in your way there, isn't it?
No,
The
I'm
sack. You could always put it on your table or whatever and get it when you need it.
It's a bag, it's a sack.
It's not a sad sack. Sonny is a sad sack because I'm not letting him get in. You stay right here. You're in the picture a little bit. There you go. There you go. See? There you are. You're on camera.
We didn't pull all your cards away.
I see that. But it's hard for me to reach him, Mr. O, which is why we need your attention. Oh, you have that sack right there.
Okay.
Hey. No. All right, no. Wow. Somebody needs some calming.
He wouldn't take it. I tried to
He
give it to him
wouldn't?
earlier. You can try now.
I
But
will try. Come on. Here.
we are administering sedatives to the Sun Man, who doesn't really
He
want
doesn't
them.
like it. Oh, wait, he's sniffing it, though.
Hold it still. Don't keep
I'm
moving
trying.
it.
I'm moving it
No.
with his nose.
See?
Success.
Calming gel. Well, he's kind of ginger about it. They haven't totally taken to it.
The only problem is with doing it that way, I'm not sure how much I'm administering, and we don't want to overdose the Sunny. That's all for you right there. Yeah. Good boy. Sorry, little Sunny food break.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, you liked it. Now you want more. Let me give you just a little bit more.
And if we get any contact from PETA, we'll know it's from one of you guys.
We are not being cruel.
That's
This has chamomile and passion flower in it. And it's salmon flavored. All right. Let's get to Libra's general reading. All right, I got to shuffle.
Yes.
Sunny.
Don't worry, Libra, we're there. We do not endorse kitty calmers necessarily. Unless it has our logo on it. Maybe we would, right?
You know, that might have been a breakthrough, though. He will eat it now.
It probably is true. So we just need to get the other ones to do
I
it,
know.
but
The
let's
one
see.
who really needs it won't touch it.
Well, I don't know.
And that
He's
would
the-
be Shadow.
Yeah, but he's the one who creates problems on the set that probably this helps, because he doesn't jump
True
on
enough. True enough.
I know, it sounds like we hate our kitty, right?
We do not hate our kitty. I love my kitty. I
Hi, Angel
snuggle
Mary.
with him all the time.
Okay,
Well,
Five
hi,
of Cups.
Angel Mary. I'll get you on the list. So we have the Five of Swords, which I had in my hurricane reading, but that is upright.
They're cups.
Oh! We have the Five of Cups, which I didn't have anywhere. Okay, oh my gosh. Oh, and here, I can't get this one wrong, can I? Because it's my card, the Hermit card.
The Hermit.
Oh my gosh. I'm just looking at it because it's such an odd image.
Is it Mel Gibson?
It's it's the Knight of Discs.
Oh, okay.
With that big thing there.
It does look like Mel Gibson. No, it doesn't. It is the Knight of Discs, and they're all upright.
They're all upright, Libra, and I get the wow. So, all right. So I think you need to go within a little bit here. Take a little bit of a journey, an inner journey to figure out what it is that is causing you to feel disappointed in your life right now and in your situation. You feel like things are amiss. Maybe you're dwelling on losses or setbacks, and you're forgetting about the things that you have in your life right now that you should be grateful for. And as a matter of fact, I feel like that Knight of Pentacles is just waiting to happen. I don't think it's happening yet. And I feel like with this general reading that it is saying you need to change that attitude and show some gratitude and also acknowledge what you have in your life right now to be grateful for. And you will open that door to prosperity and abundance and positive things coming your way.
Well, I do think that the first two cards sort of precipitate that Knight of Discs or Pentacles there. And I feel that the Five of Cups and the Hermit really are talking about journeys within yourself, journeys to look for answers, journeys to mend, all those kind of things there that are about, what has affected you, made you moodier, made you more introspective yourself. That there's an idea here that you are yourself more introspective, but you actually don't know maybe what's driving that, really. Like, you just know that there's something you're trying to get at with your introspection, and that's the Hermit card. And I think what it's saying is that you're moving towards this Knight of Discs kind of moment or revelation. And what that is just basically figuring out how to move full blast, full steam, full kilter, whatever you want to call that, towards your actual material goals. And that includes security, but it also includes, enabling a better life for yourself on the material level.
Hey, Dr. V, got you on the list.
Hi, Dr. Victor.
All right, let's do the Lenormand. So I think that about covers it for me. That Knight of Pentacles there is kind of hot.
Oh, Mel Gibson?
Well, I don't think he's not really Mel Gibson, is he?
Well, no, but I said that, so. Anyway.
What do you got? You were first.
I have the ship.
Okay, put it down first. Because now you're going to put down?
The bear. All right.
Well, so I think it is saying now is the time for you to take charge of movement in your life and change, to focus on, the moves. In a way, I almost feel like that ship is the Knight of Pentacles there. You know what I mean? It's kind of falling in line with that. And I feel that the bear is talking about regaining your power over your life. In other words, don't let don't let the world move without you. You have to move with it. So it's time for you to regain control of your life and the situation, regain control of your happiness.
I see the ship really going along more with the first two cards,
Oh,
sort of strengthening
really?
the idea of the journey being figurative or mental, kind of journey. So I
Oh,
sort of feel like
all right.
the bear.
Doggone it. That's pretty good.
Well, this is how I'm looking at it. It doesn't mean you have to. And so the bear is more or less saying they want to, have power to be in authority, to be in charge of their journey. And so maybe that's what all this is saying, is that these events, or this precipitation towards that, is leading you towards the idea that you understand you need to take charge, really, of where your journey goes.
You are in charge of this journey. Don't let the journey be in charge of you. It's not vice versa. You are in charge of your life. And so...
But, right, I don't want to understate the idea that there's this idea about seeing that introspection as really being more key to seeing where the journey takes you. The idea that you really need to figure out why you're being drawn to symbols or omens and where they really want to take you.
Sounds good.
All right.
That's what we have for you, Libra. Cause good
Thanks,
luck with
Libra.
that. And I see, okay, we have Dr. Via's on the list, so I'll go over the list again. We have Apple and Eve, Mama T, Lena, January Girl, Mr. Maurice, Angel Rivera, Cele, Kate, and Dr. V.
All right.
See, I think you have too many windows to do it right. You need, like somebody else had suggested, to type all those names into Word. And then you just add the name and you copy and paste it each time. It's quicker.
Guess what? I
You did it
actually
that way?
suggested that to you a while ago.
Well, then why didn't
months
you do
ago.
it this time? You're trying to type it into the chat. I saw you.
I know.
Ah. Okay, so I'm just saying.
Hi, Divine.
Did I knock something down? Why do I keep thinking I felt something fall? Oh, well.
Watch your hair near that candle.
I know, I am. Well, thank goodness it's not as long as it used to be. I think I'm fine.
Okay. And I see we have Apple and Eve's question.
Oh, Divine You has come in. I'll add you to the list. All right. Alrighty then. So, what is the question?
Oh, no, we'll add you. Don't worry.
When will I feel safe, stable, and content? Oh, we've got you, Divine You. Don't worry.
Which deck?
So when?
Oh, when?
All right. Well, let's see what we got. Well, we should try. It would probably be easier for me to do it. We should try to use my computer again, not this, next time, and see if we have any burbles with the internet. If not, then it's easier for me to bounce from Word back and forth than you, I think. So
Sure.
we'll do that. You got a lot on your plate there. All right.
Maybe.
Maybe. Wow. Okay. We have the Hierophant reversed. Six of Pentacles reversed. And here comes my card again. The Hermit upright.
I'm pretty sure we added you to the list, Angel Mary.
Yeah, I probably didn't mention you because you were before, I believe you were before Dr. V. Let me check the list. Or you were right after. When Vahavi has come in, all right. Let me check. Yes, maybe I didn't get you on the list. Angel. So much for me keeping the list. Dr. V, Divine You, and then Vahavi.
Okay, so Apple and Eve, the cards suggest maybe more of a figurative when, or maybe I have to analyze this a little bit more. The Hierophant reversed and the Six of Pentacles reversed both suggest big changes in the status quo. So I don't know if that's saying that's when this happens, is something really changes to the effect that maybe conformed conditions open up, maybe attitudes that are a little bit more relaxed about certain things, or it's about the structure relaxing, or about having a different orientation to the structure of your life or the structure of the way you want things to go. This could involve financial, situations here, and not necessarily in a good way, because it does sort of seem like maybe values aren't pleasing to you. Not necessarily that you're not having money or losing money, but maybe it's something about the value. And so that's why I sort of feel it coincides with this idea about changes in the status quo, or the sense of order. So then that takes me to the Hermit, and it still suggests that there's going to be a lot more internal work on this, really, or that these things all combine, that really it's about when you can really see where those conditions are favorable to you, that to where you can affect your change, I guess.
Wow, this is a real interesting reading to me, Apple and Eve, because on the one hand, you have the Hermit, which is about seeking wisdom, and on the other hand, you have the Hierophant reversed, which is kind of about turning wisdom on its head, turning wisdom upside down, and maybe looking at wisdom from different angles.
This is a wow.
I think it is a wow, because I feel here it has to also do with how much you give to others, Are you receiving, as well as you are giving? I really feel here that maybe this is a time to pull back just a little bit, and to think about more the process, the process of give and take, and how you can make it more, how it can become more equitable. Sometimes I feel that, we have to turn convention upside down in order to get there. In other words, maybe you need to just, all the conventional methods that you've been using, to achieve your goals, maybe you need to do the opposite. I mean, literally, maybe you just need to turn it around somehow, or look at how you can change it up. Well, you're throwing that at me, and I think you took a while there. So if
you mean you still want to go on?
Yeah, I do.
Well, go ahead. Because B also stands for bombast.
So that was not a fist bump. That was a stab.
I want to stab you. Who killed Mr. O? Was it Colonel Banshee?
So the Hermit, my card there, keeps saying, too, that I really think that, too, there's some internal, introspection that needs to go on here. Another factor that just popped into my head, which is why I didn't want to let go of this too soon, is that maybe the whole point is maybe you're focusing on this too much. And maybe you need to not focus on that so much, are you getting out of this what you're putting into it kind of card, So think about that as well.
When I add those numbers up, 5,
there he goes.
6, and 9, we get 20, which of course is number 2. So that's sort of ruled by moon energy, intuitive energy. It may be that more intuition is needed. Do you think it signifies 20-something? 20... What's wrong?
I'm just thinking of something. What?
Oh, okay.
20 is signified by what? What were you saying?
Well, the when part of the question, like this 20...
Well, I feel... No, we're going to do something else with the when.
But I do think it's interesting because it shows, like I said, intuitive energies are abounding here, needing to be taken into account.
But I do feel, from my end of it, I'm sure he can spin it for his interpretation, that the when will happen when either you stop focusing so much on this aspect of it, or when you really start looking at more non-conventional ways of achieving your goals. And you may have to do some soul searching to do that. All right. But I will give you some other thoughts on that. Draw the Lenormand. Yeah. Yeah.
Banshee drew the clouds,
I feel like
and I've drawn the child.
I will say one thing. It looks like for the short-term future, say maybe for, say no more than that, things are still going to be very confusing and disorienting, and you're not really still going to be sure exactly what to do because the dark clouds are facing that child. So take your time, take it slow, and really, really spend the time maybe analyzing things more.
It may be saying, too, that if you're trying to have more of a innocent view, a freer view of things, you're still kind of held back by where you see those dark edges around these situations and where maybe they influence more than you would like them to be, because you want to have maybe a brighter, to some degree, childlike, innocent view. Oh dear, I got hooked on the camera. Idea there. What did you do?
Well, I drew this card and because I was trying to figure out the timing, and I feel like it's definitely going to be over a month. If you look at that, 34, it could be 34 days from now. It could also indicate if 3 and 4 is 7. I would like to think like possibly 7 weeks from now where things will finally start to become clearer.
So a monthish to not quite 2 months.
Yeah, I think it's like for the next month, like I said, things are still going to feel very unfocused to you. So hang in there.
All right.
That's all I can say. Hang in there. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
Hey, Mama T, you are up. Thank you. Your deck.
Yes, I think I'll grab the Nefertari.
I'm going to go over the list again,
Thank
and
you.
I know
Thank you,
Angel
Apple
Rivera
Eve.
said he doesn't necessarily want a reading or one card at the end, so I am going to keep mentioning you at the end, Angel. So we'll go through the list. It's Mama T, Lena, then January Girl, Mr. Maurice, Sile, Kate, Angel Mary, Divine, Dr. V, Divine You, and Vahavi, and then Angel Rivera.
All right.
Oh, gosh, you're very welcome, Apple and Eve. Thank you for that.
Say about me.
You know, somebody who like is very much into marketing and PR and success. Sometimes, you know, we have our standards of what works and what doesn't work business-wise, but sometimes you just have to throw all of that out the window. You just have to think differently, think outside the box to make that mark, to stand out. You know, there's sometimes just there's reasons, there are conventions and things that work, but of course sometimes you just, like my Catterday card, you have to improvise. So that kind of falls in with your reading there, Apple and Eve.
Do we have a question?
From Mama T, we're waiting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, general reading. Got it. We got it.
Okay. I missed it. Where is it? There it is. So,
All right. You shuffle?
Yes, I did.
Then I shall cut. the Page of Swords. Upright. Oh, goodness. The Five of Swords reversed. Five of Swords really is coming up a lot today. And the Six of Swords upright.
All swords.
All swords, Mama T, which basically means, there are some challenges. There's some struggles. But, these aren't all bad cards. As a matter of fact, the only one is that darn Five of Swords, which I never like to see, whether it's upright or reversed. But I will say that, you are moving through a period right now of a little bit of upheaval, a little bit of issues and maybe difficulties either dealing with someone or some particular situation. But it's almost as if once you've done that, you're moving away from it. You're moving away into better, calmer shores and situations. Go ahead. I will go back to this.
To me, it really presents as a message because the Page of Swords is a message.
Do you think that ties into that?
Yeah, I think the idea is that maybe you receive a news that is not pleasing in the situations you're in. But mostly what it tells you is you should just leave that behind and just focus on moving ahead. Move away from that.
And that could mean a physical move as well, because I know you've been looking. That clearly could mean that.
The Five of Swords is all reversed is always pretty much bad news. I mean, and all of this does speak to the sense of there's a lot of people frictions, a lot of people emotions around this situation. So it really seems to me like maybe the message, or maybe it's the message from Spirit, says just move towards something else. Leave that behind.
Right. To me, there's two opposites here in a way, because the Page of Swords isn't the Page of Swords like you like to look at it as being about diplomacy and...
I think they're a person who sort of dances. They have a grace and they dance their way into lives or around situations. They smooth things out. They're graceful.
So this might be you trying to smooth out a difficult situation and finding the best path moving forward for everyone. But sometimes you just have to move away. You just have to move away from arguments or animosity or differences and look to your own healing and well-being. And that's what I think you're going to do.
All right. So my turn to pull first.
Okay. Six of Swords is one of my favorite cards in the Minor Arcana. Oh, look at that. Whoa.
I'm first. Well, I pulled the Gentleman and Banshee pulled the Home.
Why do I feel this has to do with your landlord? Because right here is this, or it's possible that somebody might step in to help you find a home. But the other aspect is, I wonder if this isn't tied into that Five of Swords here. Some difficulties dealing with somebody connected to property. So I'm sorry I'm making that analogy, but I know a little bit about your situation, and it just seems to resonate.
I feel better outcome here, perhaps, because I sort of feel that this represents the idea that maybe somebody is moving you towards or helping you move towards the home that you want or the home that you need to get to now in this situation, to create it or to find it. And so in that sense, I also feel that maybe the Gentleman, whoever that person may actually be, is sort of the same as this Knave of Swords, that maybe there's a message or a situation coming through somebody who is an intermediary. Maybe it's a person who is a paraprofessional, can help you legally, or somebody involved with an agency who might have situations that can afford assistance or resources to you. But I sort of feel that this situation is changing because of this person or situations who can help you. And it's about moving on maybe towards a new home.
And not just because I think he's onto something here in that when you look at the reading, you've got that 5 of Swords surrounded by positive cards.
Yeah.
They're, as far as the swords go, those 2 on either side, they're upright and they're in their positive aspect. And then, yeah. And so then you have this person by the house. I really almost feel like here, that 6 of Swords is leading you to a new home that somebody is helping you acquire.
I feel that way too.
Somebody is helping you go there. So really, this in the middle is like you working with someone to try to help you move away from strife to be in a more peaceful environment.
I personally hate this card at times, the reverse page,
both of them.
5 of Swords.
Upright or reversed.
It just always feels so negative. But to me, there's always implied the idea that there's something strategizing, something that's effort related about it. It's not just a passive, somebody stabbing me in the back. It could be, but I always feel there's a sense of movement or energy here that suggests we're trying to get ahead of that situation. And so to that degree, I think that's what could be happening here, is that this is a situation that is in progress and moving. And so although it looks that way, there's forces that are trying to move you.
It's not easy with the virus. You're absolutely right about that.
You're right. We get it.
Boy,
we wish you so much
times.
luck, and we thank you so much for everything you do for us. Thank you.
Good luck with that, Mama T. I think it's going to get better. I think really trending, your cards have been really wonderful lately. So I think you're moving into a much better place. Hey, Lena, I know you posted your question,
yes,
so
we
we'll
have your
get to
question,
that.
Lena.
And so you are next, and then January Girl, Mr. Maurice, Sile, Angel Mary, Dr. V, Divine You, and Vahavi. All right, so does my ex-hubby still love me and want to patch up, or a new love coming? Okay. How do we want to do that?
Do you want to do the 2 and 2?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Do you want to start with a yes or no or something like that?
Let's try the 2 and 2. Let's just
Okay.
try the 2 and 2. I'm not sure that's... trying to think what deck I want to use.
Ooh, excuse me.
Boy, we've had a morning here.
Yes. So as I mentioned before, don't forget to watch Banshee's Material Matters. It was on a little bit later this morning, but of course the information is good going ahead into the next week.
So in case you missed it, go check it out.
Always on our YouTube channel. And then of course, likewise, my show on the emotional exchanges recently posted too, and that is also good information to have. And we'll be back again on Thursday, so
Does
don't
the
forget.
ding dong work yet? Just wondering.
No, it doesn't. It's probably going to take a little while to get fixed.
Yep.
So yes, that's a good announcement to make too. We were using a software that allowed us to have a couple little cute widgets that would send messages to the chat or to the stream indicating that somebody new had subscribed or somebody had donated. And we like those because it's a great way for us to acknowledge you guys. But we're having problems with that software, so we're not using it right now. Of course, if you want to subscribe and you haven't or donate, you can, of course, do that, and we would be happy. But we don't have a little reward bell for you right now.
Some of our software issues really had to do with camera quality and different things like that. So it's so much better to use the program we're using now, but we will go back once we figure out what is not configured.
Mama
right.
T, are you saying you saw the bell? Or you saw the notice?
No. Oh, I watched it. Oh. I don't know.
All right.
Could be a...
Okay, Lena.
Okay, the first cards are for your hubby still love you and want to patch up. We have the Empress reversed for that. And then we have the Hermit. And then the second part of this is, or a new love coming. We have the Knight of Wands. Wow. And then we have the Five of Wands. That's really interesting. Well, you thought we should go this way. I should let you go first on this because I do have I can see some definite things here, but that's interesting.
With the new love, I sort of feel like something is more likely to happen than the other thing.
Right.
The Knight of Wands is moving towards you. He represents a person who you feel drawn to. You feel you trust them. That Five of Wands maybe to me indicates that it's not necessarily just one person, that maybe you're moving into a social area where you will meet a number of new friends, people who will become important to you, people who you'll feel drawn to. So these may be potential relationships, they may just be really good friendships, but I feel that seems to be more likely. I sort of feel that with the ex, they're in a situation where maybe they need something and it's not really what they're looking for from you. They sort of want care or nurturing. Maybe they do, I'll have to be honest, feel that maybe there's something in their relationship that's not pleasing. Maybe there's sort of an isolation from each other or a sense of not being open with each other's feelings or care or nurturing for each other. I do sort of feel that, but I don't feel that this extends to the idea that they might change their mind. There is another idea too that maybe this suggests that this might have been some of the feeling in your relationship too. I don't feel that strongly, but I just want to throw that out there as an idea.
I don't know. The Hermit is about isolation, but, in the context of your reading, Lena, I'm looking at that Hermit carrying the lantern and moving. The Hermit is walking away. I feel that there's the Empress reverse too is showing me that there is little care here right now for wanting to come back. There's little care and concern about that. And that they are on their own journey right now. They are on their own mission and their own journey. And apparently, it doesn't concern you. That's just the way I feel from looking at those cards. And I just got to be that frank about it because that's that Empress reverse. Yeah.
Right. I think I was mincing my words, suggesting that maybe this was about them feeling they need to be cared for, something like that. This is really just sort of saying what Banshee just said, that maybe you're not really in the picture to them anymore, that they are really moving on. And it's a sad thing to say, but it just seems to be what it is.
It's interesting about that too. I thought about what you were saying there in my mind when I thought about the self-care angle. I felt what it was saying to me was they really don't care about themselves very well right now. They're not taking very good care of themselves.
Which is kind of my initial thought.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I feel that, but I also feel
that... It just
that
doesn't change anything.
It doesn't change anything. And therefore, I also feel that they're not extending that out to you because of, the question that you asked. And also here, let's take a look at this other side, though, Lena, because this really does look more positive. You've got the Knight of Wands here, and the Knight of Wands indicates that something will be rushing towards you. I don't know. It almost sounds like this could happen sooner than later, because I don't want to get your hopes up too much, but the Wands are fast-moving cards, so it may be coming sooner than later. I like what you said about the Five of Wands, Mr. O, that there may be more than one person coming towards you. Also, the possibility exists, too, that maybe you are going to be attracted to somebody that you might have to fight off others for a little bit, too, because they're going to be highly attractive and magnetic personality-wise.
No matter how that happens, I think I should say to you, too, that this experience is heady for you because these people or situations really feel transformative to you. They draw you. You really feel excited by either the situation or the possibility of new friends along those lines.
Is it my turn or your turn? It might be mine.
I think it's your turn.
I think it is mine. We lost track because we're not moving the pouch. Keep that pouch.
All right.
So I drew the bear. Ooh.
And I drew the coffin.
Well, mine was first.
First goes there.
That's right. That's right. So I will say this, that right now you're undergoing a transition, you know. You're in a process of ending a phase of your life and trying to find your personal power again, right? To regain your strength and your personal power. And so focus on yourself right now and the rest will come.
And it may be too that a part of your old relationship was that you were ceding some of your agency or power to that person. But clearly, I think you have realized now that needs to end. And it really will be about moving towards these more transformative energies. And even though the Lenormand's meanings are not always the same as tarot, to me, the idea of anything that approaches death, passing, also means big change. And so I could just say this is about a big change coming to you that is probably bringing in your own autonomy again.
Right. You know, endings are hard, you know, change is hard. And so I feel it does shake us to our foundations sometimes. And, you know, it's moments like that where we recognize, too, how strong we truly are, you know. So this is a point of finding and restoring that inner strength within yourself again. Because it's there. It is there.
All right.
And that's what we have for you, Lena. Good luck with that.
And I see Violet Ann has joined us.
Hey,
Hello.
Violet Ann, I'll get you on the list. Pop that in there.
Oh, of course.
And let me go over the list. We have January Girl, Mr. Maurice, Sile, Kate, Angel Mary, Dr. V, Divine You, Vahavi, and Violet Ann. And I think we're doing pretty good. We'll get everybody in.
Let me see.
Aww. You're so nice, Mama T. You take it easy. Oh, you're going to do it anyway. All right.
What's what you said?
I did, but not for today. Okay. You're welcome, Lena. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so while he's doing that, I'm going to remind everybody about our shows. Our happy hour this next week is going to be on Saturday once again. That might be our new home. 10 a.m. Saturday mornings, at least for a while. We'll be doing happy hour on Saturdays, and we're going to see how that goes. So do join us for an hour of motivational, inspirational messages from Spirit. We just do a single card draw because it's only an hour show. And, you know, just give you a card to inspire you. And that's about it. You got it ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it'll be your deck.
Didn't we use my deck last time?
Oh, I thought I just put back my Darkwood Tarot.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Sorry. Ooh.
Okay. Can I have my list
Oh.
back? Trust you, I don't. Okay, January Girl, are you with us? I questioned Mr. Maurice, so we'll get to that. All right.
January Girl. Oh, there it is.
I just said all right.
I didn't. Well, it showed up later in mine. Sorry.
That's all right. It's all right.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right. All right, so is that a question? Because you're using savings while you wait for it to click. Uh-oh. Well, let's take a look at the situation right now for you. Here it is. Would it help financially to put that move off some months?
Okay. want to do that?
I don't know.
Start with a yes or no and then take it from there?
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good. That sounds good.
We're going to do this in 2 parts.
Maybe.
Maybe. And then after that will be Maurice Evan-Jones.
All right. All right. Oh. You're busy there.
No, I'm not that.
You are. Oh, we're doing the yes, no. Interesting. Wow, within, how many cards was this one? 6 cards. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Within 13 cards total between the 3 piles, you've got 3 aces, January girl, which means yes, you should probably go ahead and do that. You know, get something to tide you over now with the hopes of getting something later. I mean, there's no shame or problem with that. I feel that I'm just picking the cards back up because 3 aces, there's not much to say, but definitely yes, do that. And let's take a look at your financial situation just a little bit here and
No, that's okay.
See what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I know you had Angel Rivera on that list there. He's at the end, though. Which is why I think you- All right. Wozers. Wow. That's 5 of Pentacles. Things a little tight right now, January girl. And we have the Chariot. And then we have the Emperor. So this is very interesting. You have 2 major arcana cards in this reading, and they're upright. And it's indicating some movement and some regaining of control. But I do feel the 5 of Pentacles is indicating, you know, it's a struggle. Things are tough right now. You may feel as though the walls are closing in on you a little bit there, you know. And so you might just be feeling that and sweating it a little bit. So, okay, make a move. Make a move to bring things back into balance. Because the Emperor is saying here is you definitely have the ability to regain control again of what's going on.
I think the Chariot in the middle there speaks more to the sense of your motivation now. You really have the drive to do this. Even if some days you don't feel that way, you feel daunted a little bit, that drive is really deep within you. Banshee's right. This is a slightly different way of looking at the 5 of coins or the 5 of Pentacles, but it is representing the idea that you feel there is a weight against you. There is something that sort of holds you back, or that is a limitation, is a burden. But mostly, you don't have it as bad, hopefully, really, as you may think. That really, your skills and your motivation, and that really does talk about a level of skill too. And the big thing about the Emperor too is a lot of people don't realize it's not just like knowing how to control things. It's also knowing how to delegate to the right people, how to make other people do what you want.
Well, and the only reason I said what I said about the 5 of Pentacles, Mr. O, is because of the of the image on your card there. I mean,
No,
it
I
clearly
agree.
looks
It
like
was a
the
good way.
walls are closing in there.
It was a good way to look at it.
I know, it just seemed to make sense. And I do feel there's going to be some positive movement to getting things back into control once again. But of course, that probably means, like that last reading said, you need to get something to tide you over. Back to school with you.
So Banshee has pulled the book, and I have pulled the dog.
Well, I mean, to me, you know,
I guess this is talking about something that's reliable to some degree.
in a sense, it's reliable, dependable, loyal. So, maybe, just by thinking about what you just said there, it'll bring in some money, but not a lot. But if it's enough to tide you over till something else comes along, then maybe you should do it. It's just funny that the book showed up here. I almost feel like that's what it's saying.
It may be about consistency levels too, and I don't remember exactly where we were at with the teaching stuff, but if it was more or less like something that you could say, I know every week I earn blah blah dollars, not like, well, this week I might earn this, but next week I don't know what I'm going to do, So in other words, it is about the consistency, and so I sort of see this idea there that there is a loyalty or there is sort of routine. And if so, hopefully that's in your favor.
Yeah, and maybe it's saying, too, that, hey, it's something that you can do, you have some comfortability with. It's like, in a way, it's like your faithful friend, because it's always in the back there that it's something that you can do, that you can rely on to bring you some income.
That's a good way to look at it,
So
too.
I'm thinking that's maybe what it's saying here. That's my best guess.
All right, we hope so.
So good luck with that, January girl, and hope things start moving for you soon. All right, so Mr. Maurice, you posted your question. You wanted a general reading, not necessarily love, just a general reading. We'll see what comes up.
Okay.
Your cards were
Your
used, so I'll go to the solo this time. All right, after Mr. Maurice is Sile, Kate, Angel Mary, Dr. V, Divine U, Vahavi, and Violet Ann.
And you're welcome, January girl. Thank you.
Well, as much as I'm a weather geek and I marvel at these storms, you won't find me becoming a hurricane or a tornado chaser.
Good.
No.
Good. We don't need to see you flying over the rainbow. Unless you find that pot of gold.
Now that's worth flying over the rainbow for. Nice one, Mr. O.
General reading for Mr. Maurice Evans-Jones.
The King of Swords is reversed. Oh, we got swords here, eh? The Eight of Swords is upright.
Wow, I like that one.
And the Three of Cups is upright. Can I see that Eight of Swords?
Yes.
Why do you like it? What's so...
Well,
Oh, it's entrapment in a different way.
oh, that's too sad. Ed Asner, rest in peace.
Oh.
Great actor, really liked him. An actor that really translated well between comedy and drama.
Yeah. Remember him from Mary Tyler Moore.
Remember him from Mary Tyler Moore, but also he was on a journalistic program too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he wasn't
He was a reporter or an editor.
He wasn't on Murphy Brown. He was on something else.
Yeah, I don't think it was Murphy Brown.
I forget.
Oh well, that's too
Oh,
bad.
rest in peace, Mr. Ed.
Okay, so back to Mr. Maurice Evans-Jones.
Let's take a look at this, Mr. Maurice. It seems to me that, you know, I think that Eight of Swords is key here. You're feeling kind of trapped right now. You're feeling kind of unable to move forward right now. And it just seems as though you can't decide anymore what it is that's going to bring joy back into your life. I really feel that even though was supposed to be a general reading, and it is general, there is a little bit of the emotionality here in that you just don't know what it is you need to bring the joy back into your life. Is it, you know, more stability or something more positive in the material world? Or is it something in your relationship realm?
You know, a lot of times people say that the Eight of Swords talks about our limitations, you know, the things
Yes.
that either hold us back or that we let hold us back. I also think, too, that it talks about confidence because that kind of relates to that. And so this could be saying that at this time, you don't feel confident enough to make changes or to step out in certain ways that might be more beneficial for you. And although we said we weren't going to talk about love, this really talks about maybe you just being able to be happy with peers or family or whatever social settings you do enjoy or try to enjoy. So you're looking at, you know, just really having a sense of comfort or sense of something that's a little bit outside of yourself that doesn't have to be about you. So it's kind of interesting because a part of you says maybe you're not feeling confident, but another part of you is saying that you also maybe experience things a little bit vicariously. So somehow you have to figure out how to maybe resolve that. And maybe that's where the King of Swords ties in, because the King of Swords is normally talking about a take charge kind of personality. And so when the King of Swords is reversed, once again, it may just go not so much to those confidence or limitations, but maybe where you really can think of where your avenue to move for success is. And so you sort of feel you're a little bit in a blind alley. You don't necessarily feel you have a way to move ahead. It's not totally confidence or limitations. It's also about how you can perceive where you should go or how you can go.
Okay, I just wanted to look at that card.
I know I went
I'm
on for too
sorry.
long, didn't I?
Yeah, because I lost my train of thought, but it's okay because I think I was just going to add to it that, you know, oftentimes when we are very confused on where we should be, what we should be doing, we really need to focus more on the things in our lives that bring us joy. And in this case, I think it's indicating that maybe you should get out with people more. And I know at this day and age with COVID how hard that is, but maybe this is a call to say, you know, to bring some of that joy back that you have from family, friends, and try to get, you know, try not to dwell so much on maybe some past mistakes or difficulties. Let it go. Let it go. Let this go.
So now we're going to pull a Lenormand for
I
you.
want to see what else this might say about the situation. All right. Well, that's positive.
I got doggy again. I'm first. You're first. So, Banshee pulled the clover. Whoops. Which is luck. And I pulled the dog again, which is about loyalty, friendliness to some degree.
It's kind of interesting. Why do I think that may have some connection to which card there? The 3. Yeah. So the dog is about friendship and companionship once again, and I feel that that's tied directly into that 3 of Cups. That and like synchronicity, timing, getting together with others could bring some good luck or change of fortune for you. Let's think in terms of with this with the clover here as being like the wheel of fortune in this case. It seems as though through friendship or companionship, maybe get-togethers with others, a change in luck is going to happen for you.
I'm going to be a little more specific because it strikes me that way. And a lot of times I feel the Lenormand talks about actual things that can or could happen as opposed to things that maybe are more philosophical, more abstract, more to give us lessons perhaps. But there's some real things in tarot too, of course.
Sure.
But what I'm trying to say is I think that somehow somebody that you consider to be a good friend, maybe one of your better friends, is the key here and will somehow give you an idea or give you a way of maybe changing your circumstances, whether they're helping you find a different job or whether they're helping find you a way to tame the boss situation or to ease your way into a more pleasant work environment in general. I just think that this comes from maybe you being able to open up to somebody who's a better friend of yours who might be able to give you an insight there.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely interesting, and I think it's ultimately, thankfully now, because you have the clover in this reading, it's more positive than not. I feel like your luck could change for the better, that things are going to start looking up. But it's not so much in the area of love, but it's going to come from the social sector of your life in some way. That's what I feel like. Some tip, something is going to happen there, or just some great joy that's just going to turn your attitudes around for you.
So to sum it up, the general reading sort of implies that you need to feel more confident about where you can look for happiness, where you can look for things that you enjoy, not necessarily relationships, and the dichotomy between that and also figuring out how to really direct your energies best for success in other ways.
So that's what we have for you, Maurice. Very
Good luck.
interesting. Good luck with that. Here you go.
All right.
And we are on Sile. You are up. Sile, then Kate, then Angel Mary, Dr. V, Divine U, Vahavi, and Violet Ann. And your deck will be up.
Okay, cool. All right, and we have your question. And you're welcome, Mr. Jones. Thank you. I appreciate hearing that, Mr. Jones. Thank you. It's always good to get the feedback. We really enjoy that. Thank you.
How
Okay,
do
Sile.
Scorpio's mother and family feel about me? Okay.
God bless you, too. All right,
That's a little bit of a two-pronged question. Let's tackle that first part first.
All right.
How does the Scorpio feel about? Because that's a 3 card. Let's do that.
And I'm going to use the Adrian Tarot. Whoop. Don't you go anywhere. Your turn will be
Oh,
soon.
let me take a look again.
Whoop back at you, Violet Ann.
1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, there's 4 people in front of you, Vahavi. So we're getting there. We'll get you in today.
Just not real soon.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine, Sile. I kind of thrive on analytical thinking, even if I'm not that good at it.
All right, let me see here. All right. How come this thing keeps moving?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Card?
Must be me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. It's nice. All right, so, we have the Ten of Swords reversed.
10 of Swords reversed.
We have the Knight of Swords upright.
Knight of Swords upright.
And I believe this is upright too. It's the Six of Pentacles.
Yes, it is.
So how do they feel about you? Well, I don't know if you've been having issues with them, but I almost feel if you have been, the family may be coming around. They're looking at things a little bit differently now and maybe getting a little bit more balanced perspective. That Six of Pentacles seems to indicate they're looking at the pros and cons fairly evenly here. That Ten of Swords is reversed, which indicates maybe they had some issues. They may have had some issues at first, but I feel like they're changing now, that they're looking at more of a positive perspective here of what you might be adding to the, who is it again? AK? AK is,
Yeah, AK was the ex.
no, that's Scorpio's girlfriend, AK.
Right.
Scorpio. So it's a Scorpio. So I feel that Scorpio family may be feeling like, you might be pretty good for the Scorpio after all, that maybe this could work.
I get the sense like maybe there's triangle aspects here. You didn't say it, but is the girlfriend an ex, and are you a person maybe moving closer to them? I'm not sure I get that feel, but if there's any kind of comparison between you and that other person, I sort of...
Oh, okay. Never met them?
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I sort of feel like somehow what this opinion is relates to the fact that you seem to be light after something bad happening, that you seem to be a change from a bad direction. Maybe they see something more direct, something more courageous. And of course, then there's this idea that they feel there's a giving there. Maybe it's financial, but maybe it's just giving of your time and your care.
I don't know. I feel that they don't feel, bad one way or
No.
the other about you. I feel that it's more about, finding, hoping that Scorpio has balance in their life. There's something about, the Six is about give and take. The Six is about generosity. They just want a beneficent atmosphere for Scorpio, whatever makes them happy. I don't know. This is really a hard combination here for me.
Right, because what I'm reading, I guess, is that the family, the mother, and possibly the girlfriend you've never met them, so it's just the Scorpio person, and you're wondering how they will feel about you or how they do feel about you.
Grab those three. Let's do a yes/no about the hate part of it. Does AK hate me?
Hi, Marcia.
Oh, hi, Marcia. We can add you to the list, but we have a list. And I'm not sure we can give you a full reading today, but we'll see. We may have to give you a one card as we get near the end of the show. All right.
Okay, so this is back to Sile. Alrighty.
Here, shuffle quick.
Didn't I?
And I'm going to throw Lenormand on this. Well, nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Did you
Well, I
come?
didn't cut 'em.
I was just like, wait a minute. All right.
Were you counting?
Yes, I am. What?
Wow.
13th card. Oh, I would would say they dislike you.
It looks almost incredibly 100%.
Yeah, we got 3 aces here, which means definitely yes. So I would think the Scorpio's girlfriend does not feel good about you. But where's the pouch?
Who's first?
I don't know. I think it would have been you. Because you've been doing it when you've had the cards, so...
So with the Lenormand, I have pulled the Sun. Oh, what do you think this means?
Well, I'm looking at the whole
and
thing...
she pulled the Lady.
I'm looking at the whole thing about your question here. And I feel that overall, you shouldn't have to worry about how they feel at all. Because one way or another, you are heading towards success. There's just something very positive here. You know, you exude success, and maybe some people will dislike you for that, and some people will like you for that. But I feel like there's a very positive vibration around you right now. For some reason, I think that lady is you.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I don't know that this really talks directly to what your questions were. I think it just talks about you really shining the light in all the dark places, and that maybe these people don't like you or possibly even feel very disposed against you, but that this may change because your bright light will probably clean it up. It just needs some time.
It's just the sun is a very positive. I mean, really, it's debatable to me what's more positive in the Lenormand, the sun or the clover. You know, the sun is just saying you have a real successful vibration around you right now. A lot of positivity. And, you know, like I said, some people get jealous of that. And others, you know, just say, hey, this is a great person. So I think you're dealing with a little bit of both of that here. That's what I think right now. So good luck with that.
We're just across the way from you, Marcia, because we're over in Michigan. So we're across from Ontario. So across the river, the lake, or whatever it is. Hello.
Love Ontario.
Yeah, we do like
Spent a lot of time in
Ontario.
the Georgian Bay area.
Georgian Bay is one of our
Camping
favorite
there.
areas.
Some of my favorite camping trips have been there. And Toronto.
Love you, Sheila. Thank you.
Haters gonna hate. You got it.
Especially when they're Scorpios.
Take care. All right, so Kate, you are up. And then Angel Mary, Dr. V, Divine You, Vahavi, Violet Ann,
I'm a Scorpio.
Marsha, and Angel Rivera.
I just told Celia that I'm a Scorpio, so they probably knew.
You just have Scorpio written all over you, Mr. O.
Oh, what's going to get it off of me?
Some things you just can't wash away.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Don't I have aura polish somewhere in the closet? I know I had a bottle. I don't think it's timed out yet. Just.
All right, Kate, go ahead with your question. I'm not dissing on the Scorpios. I love my Scorpios. My daddy was a Scorpio, too.
My mom is a Scorpio.
And his mom and me and his mom get along just great.
Dundas, okay, yeah.
General
Hamilton?
reading, you got it. Go back to you.
Well, most of our journeys in Ontario are either Toronto, we've been to Toronto a number of times, or the Georgian Bay area, Tobermory, and it's a nice little ride up there. We love that.
Many years ago,
But
I
it's been
spent
years
time
now.
at Stratford seeing the plays.
Yeah, she's done a little bit more than I have. I'm a Scorpio
I
son
love
of a
Canada.
Scorpio mom.
I mean, if I had the money, I'd move there.
Yeah, really, that would always be kind of my wish to become an expatriate, in Canada.
I always said it was my second home, but then again, it's really the only place outside the country I've been. I haven't been to Mexico, I haven't been to Europe or
No.
Britain. So, you know, I've been around to a number of states, but haven't been out of the states much. And I do love Michigan. Sometimes the politics, not so much. All the way around, it can be crazy here, but I absolutely love our state. It's so beautiful.
I wish we could. We would if we could. We just need to win a whole lot of money to do something like that. I would do it in a minute.
Well, I know you've had some good luck lately, Kate, but these are some kind of challenging cards here. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. We have the Five of Cups upright. And another 5. Look at that. So we basically have a 10 in the Wheel of Fortune. And then we have 2 5s. We have the 5 of Pentacles, but that's reversed. So I kind of get the feeling that it's a bit rocky, but you feel as though things are starting to slowly heal, although it just seems as though you're recovering from a bad time, where luck just didn't seem to be with you. You were down on your luck. And whenever that happens, we tend to focus on our losses as opposed to what we still have remaining. And it's hard to kind of break that, that cycle. And unfortunately, it kind of feeds that negativity there, So it has been a slow recovery, and you may still feel like you don't have everything together just yet, but it's coming, I think.
It doesn't seem to be the greatest for a general reading looking at the future. It seems like there's some turbulence here, and I don't think that it talks about any one situation you might want to watch out for. It mostly seems like you're just not really staying ahead of a curve that seems to be happening. So some of this could be paperwork snafus or missed appointments, missed meetings, missed opportunities. Thank you. Some of it could be problems with emotional misconnections with people, friends, family, or others. So some of this may seem like it's coloring the very near future for you. So it's just important to remember that, like with all things with the wheel, it does represent sort of a shift at this time, but it's not a permanent shift. And then the other thing is, because we played the numbers there too, there's a strong intuitive energy here because it all adds up to number 2 or breaks down to number 2. So mostly this would suggest that you should try to work with as much of your own intuition and your own abilities to sort of navigate.
Oh, it's my turn. You never handed me the bag. My deck, my turn.
No, but originally you said keep it here. So it wasn't about me not forgetting your turn. It was about me being the master of the bag.
First. Oh my gosh.
I like Pisces.
You are a stitch today,
Being
Mr.
a Scorpio.
Oh, ooh. Fun. Like I said, I do think the cycle is turning. Things could be worse is the way I look at it. What do you have?
Uh-oh. Sorry, Kate. Couldn't resist.
Oh, see? Okay, let's put them down.
I have the fox and you
And
have
I
the
have
moon.
the moon. So I feel like here the Five of Pentacles could be upright. It is not. And I always feel that the Five of Pentacles reversed is better, not worse.
That's true.
And
in a way.
I get the feeling, like I said, a recovery is happening, and it might be because of some successful employment or possibly some success in a partnership or relationship.
Yeah, it's somehow business related
I
in a
think
way.
it's business related, I do. So it seems like this turnaround might be precipitated by some business success.
Right, and it may be a feeling too that because this was talking about the emotional disconnections or misconnections, I could sort of extrapolate that to the fox too, that maybe help comes from an unexpected source in a way, or it's an input or it's an intuition that you receive, an offhand remark that suddenly just has a synergy for you. Because I see that with the moon too.
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say again. The moon, yeah, the other thing might be that this could herald The fox is also about crafty thinking and thinking outside the box. So it could also indicate that some of your struggles are going to improve even more if you really give this some out of the box thinking, some unusual ways of solving the dilemmas you might be facing. That there's success in that. And that's what we've got for you, Kate. Good luck with that.
Thanks, Kate. And Marcia, this little lady here is an Aries. Give me your hand. But the one before her, which was like 50 years ago, was a Pisces. But
45 to be exact.
Actually, well, there was some time off in between
That's
you
true.
and her.
There was a little bit of a little snap.
This October will be the 45th anniversary of our very first date.
So anyway, back to normal.
Okay.
Let's go back to the list here. We have Angel Mary, you are finally up. Then Dr. V, Divine You, Vahavi, Violet Ann, and Marcia. And I guess we're going to go into just a little overtime. And Angel Rivera will be at the end. Angel Rivera, if you can't stay, we'll throw a card for you, and you can catch it later. All right.
Well.
All right, so we'll wait for Angel Mary's question, and then Dr. V.
Yes, we've been married 40 as of this fall. We met in June of 1976, which is 45 years ago. And then our first date was in October that year. It hasn't always been smooth sailing, but it's been far, far, far smoother sailing than the appreciably smaller amount of time where things weren't exactly working out.
All right, so...
Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Vahabi.
Angel Mary, are you with us? Might be typing. Anything you want to add, Mr. O?
Yes.
You remember so much.
Well, Marcia,
That is amazing.
Marcia or Kate might be aware of this, but a lot of Scorpios, Mercury is also in Scorpio, because usually Mercury is in a sign that either is yours or one pretty close, because it's the fast orbit thing. Mercury in Scorpio tends to give a lot of memory stuff to Scorpios. They think intensely about things, probably too much.
Last call for Angel Mary. We'll have to move on.
Aw, thank you. That's very sweet.
Final call.
Final call for Angel Mary. And then we're moving on to
Dr. V. Dr.
Dr.
V, are
Victor.
you with us? Why don't you type your question, Dr. V? Because if Angel Mary pops back in, we'll do you right after. Gina! Popping in for the big finish. Well, we'll probably be running into a little overtime, Gina.
Gina, were you just lurking there? Because when I decided to bring my Thoth Journey Oracle out, I thought if Gina was here, it would be one of the perfect cards that she might like to have as a one-card Oracle reading. You're popping in and I'm pimping.
All right, so we've moved on from Angel Mary. Dr. V, are you with us?
I don't know what to say. Dr. Victor? So we know some people have a little bit of a time delay, so we'll give another moment. But who's after Dr. Victor?
Okay, hey, what about Divine You? Divine You, are you there? After Divine You is Vahavi, Violet Ann, Marcia, and Angel Rivera. And if Gina wants a card, we could do that. Looks like we've run through a few people here.
Well, full disclosure, I am going to be 66 in the fall.
Okay. We'll get you in, Gina. Yeah, okay, Divine You is here. Vahavi, you can come right after Divine You.
So both
okay.
of you could go ahead and type in your questions.
Type in your question, Divine You. Let's go for it.
And we're having a great show today. I'm really enjoying chatting with everybody. Wonderful insights. So I hope if you haven't subscribed, you do subscribe.
So Divine You, Vahavi, Violet Ann, Marsha, Angel Rivera, and Gina. And we'll close out the show. Angel Rivera wants a one-card reading too, so we'll be okay with that.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we're waiting for Divine You's question. Is it my deck?
There it is.
Okay.
Should you sell your condo this year?
Ooh.
Is it yours?
I don't know. Did we use yours?
Let's use mine.
Okay.
I got it right here.
Yes,
and
no?
I'm going to use the Nefertari.
Yes, no?
Yes, no. See what happens.
Yeah, I think this condo came up once before, didn't it?
We are in the southern suburbs of Detroit, Michigan. The southern suburbs are considered the downriver area. There's not an exact South Detroit or south of Detroit, so it's more like southeast.
So we're heading
southwest.
down towards Ohio border, basically. I'd say, what are we, about halfway between the Ohio border and Detroit?
45
roughly?
minutes from Ohio border.
And about 25 minutes from Detroit?
Yeah, we're only really about 25, 30 minutes from Detroit.
Yeah.
I like to say that I'm near the southern end of Wayne County, which is the most populous, or one of the most populous counties in Michigan. Today, not bad. Very hot and humid generally for a number of weeks. This is our very hot and humid time of the year. We're well known for humidity.
We were supposed to get some storms today that bordered on severe, but suddenly the forecast has changed again. And we might get a storm tonight, but it doesn't sound like it's going to be severe anymore. I'm thankful because we don't need any more heavy rain. We've had a lot of flooding in the metro Detroit area recently.
Okay, so let us focus.
And
then there's a follow-up question from Divine, so we can do that. That's a mace.
They're just falling. Well, it is leaning towards no, Divine You. We've got the Knight. No, the Page. Is that the Page in this deck or the Knight?
Yes, it is.
Okay, the Page of Cups reversed. And we have the Hierophant reversed. So maybe this is thinking that you might have to find an alternative solution of some sort here, because it may not happen. It may not happen that you can sell it this year.
I'm also wondering too if maybe some of this applies to the tenant. I assume that you're renting your condo to a tenant, and if you sell it, that tenant may have to move, of course. And so I'm looking at this one here, the Hierophant, and I sort of feel like there's something unconventional, unconforming here. And then
Gina pointed out your goofoo.
Oh, now I've lost my train of thought, Gina. Thank you very much.
It was really my fault, but go on.
Okay, so the Page of Cups reversed, maybe indicating dismal feelings or not sure feelings, maybe feeling something unfavorable. So I'm wondering if this does possibly pertain to the tenant, like you sort of feel that there's something inhibiting the smooth transfer.
Okay, I'm just looking at that. You might have saw some of that, the interest in buying. I just feel as though there's something here to reevaluate your dreams and your goals. I mean, maybe they're valid, but there might be some other alternatives you might have to consider to make this work. I don't know if it can happen by year's end. I don't know what the holdup might be.
So this is possibly suggesting that they would want to do something very unconventional, or at least from your perception, that they might have a different kind of way of making an agreement to sell the condo to them. I think it's possibly that. I don't know if the person is much younger than you or a lot younger or just young compared to you, but I get that energy there. And maybe also too, the idea that they don't really feel serious in some ways.
Letterman, we gotta move. Angel Mary's back. Angel Mary, yeah, you did miss your turn. I have to take Vahavi next because I said they'd be next, but we'll fit you in after that before Violet.
Yeah, so hang on.
And I'll try to keep it straight. Okay, Mr. O. Wow. Let's see what you get.
98 days. You're going to cry 98 tears. Or is that 96? I don't remember. House. Ooh.
I know. You know, this is really interesting.
Ring and house.
This is really interesting, Divine You. There's a commitment here to this home or condo. I almost feel like you will. There is a contract signing, but whether I still question whether it's going to be by the end of the year. I feel like it will turn out that you will be able to sell it. It's like it's not going to happen, but it might take longer than this year to pull it off.
This makes me feel that it's probably not going to be the tenant that maybe like it indicated either, or else because it takes so long, maybe it's because you agree to wait for them to resolve some issue, because I sort of feel there's something either not conventional, like maybe they're going to try to figure out how to do financing and it's very unconventional, or the feeling is that they're not really serious, and so you might be playing a game for a while with them.
Yeah, so I feel like next year, okay, I see you say after February. I feel like next year's more likely than this year. So hang in there, but keep us posted. We certainly could be wrong. But good luck with that. All right, Vahavi, go ahead and type your question, and then we'll fit in Angel Mary, Violet Ann, Marcia, Angel Rivera, and Gina. All right. I'll take this, and it's my deck.
Yeah.
So you can take that. And I'm going to go back to the so above. Really like this guy, Scorpio. I'm a Cancer. Should I tell him that I like him? How will he react? What's the outcome? Yikes, that's a whole multifaceted question. But I think what we'll do for you, Mr. O needs to get those cards put away. That's so funny about the date.
Yes, refresh your screen. I've taken care of it.
It's just been one of those days.
Ah!
All right.
Yeah, tell me about it.
We're going to do a yes-no first. To find out if you should tell him. Because I think that will cover some of it, and then we'll look at, is there any chance of a relationship this year?
Excuse me. It is one of those days. You're so funny, Gina. But so am I.
And I picked one of the most ambiguous decks to use for finding the yes-no. I got it.
Oh dear, is yeah, because that was your 13th card there. Do I have to recount for you?
No.
Did you leave them on that way? Because if you change them, it's supposed to be bad luck. You're supposed to leave them on backwards. That's an old wives' tale. What do you got?
Well, I don't think you should tell them right now. It's leaning towards no. You only got one ace, and that is the Ace of Wands. Okay, you have here the Justice card. And you have the Five of Wands. So I don't know right now if there is some competition out there, if there's other people vying for this person right now that, you know, you're worried about. But the thing is, the Justice card is there, and I get the feeling that they are in the they haven't made up their mind on what they want yet.
I sort of feel that there's hope, though, because I sort of feel that this represents a sense of fairness and balance, and that maybe to some degree that they're certainly more than aware of you, and that maybe they're thinking about this. Now, did you say they were a Scorpio?
I think so.
And, of course, Scorpios are mostly pretty hard to figure out. They don't give clues.
Scorpio Cancer potential here.
Yeah, see, the thing about Scorpios is they usually don't give themselves away very easily. I can tell you for a fact that sometimes a lot of us, we actually are deceptive.
I would say hold your feelings in for them for a while, but grab those cards, Mr. O. We got to do this quickly because we are going to go into some overtime here.
Yeah, we're dramatically late here. Whoops.
Not really.
Yes, we are.
Dramatically. Probably be a little longer, but you know, okay. But we are definitely can't take anybody else who comes in the room. All right. So, what I want to see is there any hope for a relationship here? I think you should be quiet for now, but let's see what's going on with the possibilities for the relationship here.
Okay.
I do feel like you said they have an open mind towards you. They are definitely, there is some positivity here. So don't think that this was negative. It's just it maybe not be the right time to express your feelings yet. Let's see what this says about it.
Bam! Same card again.
Justice is back. Oh, and then we have the Death card reversed.
What's that? Do you know what it is?
The Devil, isn't he 15?
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Whoops. And the Devil reversed.
This is tough. I feel like this is just a period of indecision right now. I mean, justice is upright. I feel like they have to decide on a course of action here, and they're stalling or they're stuck on it. I feel like it might shift and change, but what do you think?
Well, for a Scorpio personality, both the Death and the Devil card can be very resonant in terms of either how they feel about them themselves or about how we can see those energies apply, but they're both reversed, so that's suggesting to me that there's a lot of complication with this person, and they may be wrestling with a lot of things themselves. They may be wrestling with their own feelings about being obsessive in relationships or in other situations. They may also be feeling like they're looking for really, and this is very true of a lot of Scorpios, really cathartic change. They're looking for the kind of change that is non-negotiable and all-encompassing and maybe changes everything. Or whatever really does happen. Because they live kind of in their heads, Scorpios, and so they look at things ultra-dramatically, mostly. So in other words, I think this is saying they have to get their head together before this will happen.
You know, I'm looking at that, though, and I'm thinking to myself that they are stuck. And they want to free. I don't know if they've been stuck in Maybe they had gotten out, they liberated themselves from some negative relationship, which could be the devil too. The devil is overcoming things and setting themselves free, but it could be setting themselves free from habits or people. So it's kind of iffy to me what it is, but they're wrestling with this here. Do they want to be free for a while? Do they not want to be stuck in a relationship right now?
And that
is the decision they're
really
trying
speaks
to
to
make.
So I don't think it's easy for us to say this. Let's pull the Lenormand.
They may have feelings for you, but they just may not want to tie themselves down right now. I'm wondering if that's what's going on here. It's mine, because I have it. All right. Oh, don't let him fall.
Thank you, Divine. You are too, though. Thank you so much. Ooh, the lily, the sun.
I think that this is just something that's going to take its good old time to develop. There may be some success here, some future success for you by letting this play out a little longer, And if it doesn't work out, have you lost anything really? I think you should kind of, and I'm not saying to totally hold back, but I wouldn't give up too much of your, how should I say this? I wouldn't wear your feelings on your sleeve. I wouldn't let it be, that apparent that you really want this relationship. It might be good to keep expressing that you like this person in more subtle ways than just coming out and saying it. Be supportive of them, talk to them, just tell them maybe I really like your company, and kind of let it grow from there.
I think in some ways it's bound to happen, but it's just hard to say that it will happen in the time frame that anyone could actually predict, maybe.
The sun is a very, very positive card.
I'd like to get to that.
Go ahead.
And say that, of course, the sun is the key figure in the idea of the equinox, which is expressed by this card.
Right.
The literal balance between light and dark. And it's the sun changing its course that causes that. Having said that, there's this idea with the lily, too, that somehow things do have to take their time to move, to evolve, to mature. And so I think that's what we're saying. I don't think this is going to happen by the equinox, but I'm just saying that maybe it is a matter of a season or two.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. And now we're moving on to Angel Mary, Violet Ann, Marcia, and then a single card for Angel Rivera and Gina.
Angel Mary, did you post a question? I know you came back.
I don't think so, but
I see that they said, did I miss my turn?
Yeah, that is correct.
But they did not post a question yet.
So go ahead and post
You're welcome,
it
Valabi.
right now, Angel Mary. Get your
If
deck
you're here
ready.
right now, give us the question.
And then we move on. Oh, this has been a busy show. This has been fun today. Thank you. You guys got my mind off of the hurricane because that's been affecting me. I don't really have any relatives or anybody down south, but I do feel for what they're going to be going through down there. It's just a mess right now. I mean,
Appreciate those comments, Vahabi.
We are in the middle of a pandemic, and to have to do all of that evacuation and all of that stuff during this time, and with the hospitals filled with COVID patients, is a really bad time for like a hurricane of 4 strength to be rolling through there.
So let's keep this moving.
I know. I'm waiting for you.
Oh, who are we reading for?
Angel Mary.
What's our question?
I'm waiting.
Okay. Didn't we call enough times already? I'm sorry.
I know. Angel Mary is there.
Where?
I'm sure Angel Mary is there. Because they thanked me for whatever it was there. Did I miss my... Oh, they didn't?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right. If Angel Mary does not respond in a moment...
There you are.
All right.
Okay.
What's coming up to me in September? Okay, let's see what's going on. Do you want to shuffle again?
Maybe.
I think you need to focus. Not on me.
Well, then, this is where I change the card view.
Oh, dear. Would be a shame if I had the controls to turn that camera back.
I know that's never going to happen.
It will. Mr. O's getting a little testy at the end of the show, perhaps. All right, let's see what we have here. September. Whoa. Hey, it's the moon card. Upright.
So we have the moon upright.
Ooh, and it's the Ten of Cups card. Upright. Well, and then we have the Queen of Swords card. Reversed.
So it looks like emotional happiness is probably coming to you. Maybe it suggests bonding or extra bonding within the family or within a group of friends. There may be some feelings of good luck involved in this. Maybe it's about a reunion. Maybe people are getting back together, people you haven't seen in a while. The only thing that troubles me a little bit is the Queen of Swords, and maybe suggesting that there may be a little tension at such an event or connected to this, maybe just because somebody feels they're not as in charge that they would want to be, somebody that maybe feels they are a natural leader to some degree. I don't know, maybe Banshee's going to help me out now.
No, you want my help? What?
Yes, I do. I actually do want your
Well,
help.
you know, Angel Mary, I feel here we have choices in life, you know. We have choices in life. We can wallow in past failures or decisions maybe that we now regret, you know, that were made, maybe some that were made against you, maybe some that you made. But now is the time to make that choice for happiness, you know, finding what really fulfills you and makes you happy. And I think you have to do some soul searching and introspection on this. I feel like the moon is here to say your intuition is telling you, or your gut is telling you, really, it's time to bring the joy back in your life, to find what truly will fulfill you and bring you joy. And if past circumstances are not it, it's time to let that all go. Let the sadness go, let the melancholy go from the past, and try to, you know, because sometimes when I look at the Queen of Swords, I think of a woman sometimes who may be closing herself off to happiness, like here, that's readily available to them. And so it's time to welcome happiness back in. And I think your intuition or gut is trying to tell you that here. And I think September is all about that, because you were asking about September. So September is about opening yourself up again to happy situations and bringing happiness back into your life. Did that help?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi, Lord Shiva. We are not going to be able to take you today. We're running into overtime. We're sorry. So you'll have to come back to another show.
Right, we will be on again later in the week on Thursday, but we're actually in our overtime segment now, and we're just not going to be able to take any more. We're sorry.
I want to thank you for stopping in.
So I pulled the sun,
Gosh.
and you pulled the anchor.
Again, what is this? But I almost think this is September for you in a way. September is a time where success and happiness are really available to you, you know, and you could plant yourself firmly on team happiness. That's how I want to say it. Is like, this is a time to really do the things that bring you joy, that bring you success, and make that a mainstay for you. The time for mourning or melancholy over the past is over. It's time to move forward.
Right. I think this is really interesting because to me, I felt a vibration between the Anchor and the Queen of Swords, mostly because the Queen of Swords holds a sword and sort of has a sense of making a decision. And of course, we don't feel that she feels really happy about the decision she's making. But I'm going to turn that around and say that the Anchor is saying that what decisions you may have to make will play out better. It's interesting because you have the sun and the moon. You have the sun and the moon. So really it is saying September is going to be better. Maybe you just have to resolve yourself to understanding that the decision you make will ultimately help you, even if it seems like it's holding you in a certain position. There's a reason for that.
To me, it's indicating that if you open your heart to, better times and not dwelling on maybe trying to revisit the past, we have to sometimes just let that go. I feel you'll be anchored in better times here. More success will be coming to you.
Alrighty.
That's what we have for you, Angel Mary. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
I think it looks overall positive. But
I think so.
Again, ultimately, it's up to you. So, Violet Ann, you are up, and then Marcia, Angel Rivera, and Gina. And we'll be done with the day.
Those cards, the Lenormand tiles, are cute.
Oh, thanks. Yes, they are.
And thanks everybody once again for coming today. Don't forget to watch.
And thanks for you guys at the end of the list for sticking with us here, most of you. That's really great. I think we only lost one person the whole show, and then we couldn't take Lord Shiva. Sorry about that.
Okay, what do we need to know about next week?
Your cards.
Yes.
And you'll get this back.
Okay. So I'm going to use my Adrian's. And you're welcome.
Wow, and hey, I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it till the end of the show. I don't want to jinx anything.
Oh.
Nope, don't say anything.
I know what you're talking about.
I bet you do, but maybe you don't.
You're welcome, Angel Mary. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. All right. Next week for Violet Ann. Oh, well, this is certainly welcome. Have the Three of Cups here upright. Wow. We have the Fool here upright as well.
I like that Fool.
And here we are again. This has come up like maybe 3-4 times today.
6 of coins?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, Violet Ann, what a positive reading. I don't know what you're expecting next week. Some new adventure? We got the Fool there, upright. I mean, something new that you're undertaking is going to turn out very joyful for you. It's really something to celebrate. It may involve money or resources to some degree. There's the Six of Pentacles. There's definitely a give and take and even flow going on here. And it's all really, really good.
My vibe suggests that there's some movement involved, so I don't know if you're taking a trip and going somewhere to where an event is or to where a celebration is.
Or a leap of faith of some sort.
Yes, that could be too as well. But I sort of feel that this is very uplifting to you, however you're making this journey. And it may be that the generosity is sort of twofold. Like you sort of feel you're receiving it, but you sort of feel like you're giving it.
Well, whatever this is, it just sounds like there's some new adventure afoot, or maybe some chance or risk or move that you're going to make that is going to bring some happiness and harmony. And I really feel, well, yeah, you're trying to get your channel moving. If that's the case,
It looks really good.
it looks really good, you know. It looks very
So
positive.
maybe something pivotal will happen next week.
Yeah. I do not know yet.
Oh.
Oh. Ah. Uh-oh. What does that mean, Mr. O?
I don't know. So I have pulled the heart in the Lenormand. Aw. And Mama B has pulled Mama Bear. The bear. We often think she's a mama bear, you know.
Oh, the candle just went out for the hurricane. Well, you know what? Wow, that's almost like self-love here, you know? I feel like this is a very positive combination either way. A strength within yourself and a love of self will carry you through this next week. It has a lot to do with your success this week. You feel fully in your power and you're loving the way things are going.
I'm thinking that maybe you're going to meet or make advances on a love connection of some sort too.
You know, I'm
because
not
it's
gonna
the
rule
heart
that out.
and it's the Three of Cups. So I sort of feel like, you know, some love connection happens or begins to happen. And maybe even if it's not a person, maybe it's just something you really love, you know.
Right, because we could even throw the Fool into that mix here because it's something new that you would love. And the Fool could also indicate a new relationship. I have seen, you know, I don't often talk about that with the Fool, but that is an aspect and possibility.
So the bear just says this is really something that you take charge on to me, I guess, that maybe however this opportunity or situation sort of presents, you're the one that I think makes the move or expresses the feelings or sets the tone, whatever that is. So you're in control, and who doesn't like that?
Let's not forget that the bear also is about power with finances and resources as well. So there
he
is a
also
tie-in with
plays
that,
to the 6.
the flow of the Six of Pentacles. And in a way, I feel the Six of Pentacles is kind of tied into the fish in the Lenormand because you know what? If you're giving and receiving, that means you have money to give, you know?
Good
so
point.
I do think that things are really looking up here. It's very, very positive materially, and it's very, very positive emotionally. That seems to be the focus.
And it seems like it's next week.
Wow.
So
I
good luck,
hope so.
Violet Ann.
You'll have to keep us posted on that one.
Good luck.
Good luck with that, Violet Ann.
All right.
Hey, Marcia, it is your turn. Thank you for joining us. And you can go ahead with your question, and then we'll pull one card for Angel and one card for Gina. $4:19. Hey, that's my birthday. It's 4:19 the time right now. Hey, you're welcome. Always like a happy reading. Does my ex-Scorpio still love me? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Marcia. All right, well, let's see. How do you want to do that? Do you want to do that as a 3 card or what?
Either way, we could try that, see what other detail we get.
We could always follow it up with a yes, no. Yeah, it's tough.
Oh dear, I'm getting some bad signals on the,
Uh-oh.
it's stabilized.
Okay.
Okay. If you saw a flash, yes, it was us. We got a hot flash.
No, it looks like a little bit of network instability again.
What are you going to do, Gina?
It's 4:20.
You know, when I was
That's right. What comes after 4:19?
when I was in high school, I had a movie project, and so my English class assembled us into teams, and I was the only kid in my team with the Super 8 movie camera. So the film spoiled, and my brother helped me, and it ended up having some kind of drug references that probably weren't appropriate for the 10th or 11th grade, whatever grade I was in. He was my older brother, though. So.
And 420 actually is one of my aunt's birthdays. I have an uncle, one of my late uncles was born on my birthday, and one of his sisters was born the day after us.
Okay, Marcia.
Well, let's see what's going on here. Wow, we have the Knight of Chalices here. That's the first card I pulled. Then we have the Empress card. That's the second card I pulled, upright. They're all upright. And we have the Four of Pentacles, Mr. O. I'm curious to let you go first on this one.
Well, okay then. I would have to say that maybe there is still some strong
fire
emotional
here.
feeling there. The Knight of Cups really does speak more to relationships. Usually it talks about the coming or going of them, but because of the way you asked the question, I would just say that this is just present in mind. It may not necessarily indicate, because it did go a while ago apparently, it may not necessarily indicate it is something coming back. But a lot of times the Three of Empress is about things that are growing, things that have been planted and nurtured. Maybe it's ourselves, the nurturing we do to ourselves, or maybe it's the way we explore our own creative and productive energies. So this could say that maybe, because we're thinking about this, that maybe something could be moving in that direction. And then finally, the Four of Pentacles does also talk about things maybe from a material point of view, but maybe also a security point of view. And it may be saying that despite that, they might feel really comfortable where they're at for certain reasons, and maybe it's not entirely clear. I mean, it could also be saying too that maybe they felt more secure when there was this nurturing relationship.
I feel like, I don't know what was responsible for the breakup per se, but I feel as though, yeah, you know what? People can still have feelings for each other, but, that doesn't necessarily mean things will come back together here. And I was going to throw a little wrench into the reading by saying that, there is feelings here. There is feelings, but feelings come and go. And I get the feeling here that this person right now is very selfish, in that they're being very self-oriented right now. They're into their own self-feelings and not so much into the relationship. But I do feel like that Empress there is the only thing that's making me wonder. I wonder if we need to do a yes/no on this question. Because I'm not going to say there's no hope here. There are feelings here. It's just that I'm not sure it's going to lead to anything, because I really feel this person has their own self-interests in mind right now, and they may not include you.
Well, the other thing about the Empress could be that that's what the self-interest is just in nurturing themselves and being for themselves. And I saw what you said there, so maybe that indicates to the sense of being selfish, or just sort of wanting what they feel they have. And the Empress is another way of looking at the world. It sort of represents this great bounty. So combined with that, this could be saying to me in a way that they wanted to have what their sense of having their world was, i.e. their way mostly.
So let me rephrase the question a little bit. You asked about, will he contact you soon to do this yes/no? Let's rephrase it as, is there any interest in reconnecting with you? Let's do that and see what we get. More, and you can shuffle. All right. Here you go, Mr. O. Well, thanks to everybody for coming to the show today. It's been great. Like I said, I very much enjoyed it. Even though Mr. O has been cranky.
Wait till we sign off.
Touché.
You will see Scorpio unfeathered.
Oh, jeez.
Unfeathered. I mean feathered.
Ah, you are something.
Big time OT today. That's right. But you know what? We do get paid the big bucks for that.
Really?
It's personal satisfaction and
That's
reward. Right. Thank you, Marcia. Gina helps keep us sweet.
Oh. Okay. You know, never say never. It's leaning towards no right now. We have the Three of Pentacles upright. And we have Judgment reversed. And we look for aces in this reading, and we count out a certain number of cards. And the aces are either going to show or not. We only have one ace, which is why this is leaning towards no. And so we're going to look at the other cards as the reason why it's leaning towards no. I feel like this person has a lot of work to do on themselves right now. I really do. Maybe they don't even realize that, but I just feel like, you know, there's something not right here. There's some things that just have to be fixed.
It almost feels like maybe there's somebody else that drives that, maybe that they're seeking somebody else's praise or attention.
Maybe they're looking for attention from someone else. I didn't think of that.
Well, if it's not necessarily emotional attention, it may be that they're looking for some sort of validation. Maybe it's validation about their work or their career, but they're looking for some sort of validation from somewhere else. And of course, I'm not inclined to think they're going to get that, because I sort of feel that the Judgment reversed is saying, like Banshee said, they just have a bit of other work to do, and or maybe they're not really understanding what they need to do to be validated.
Yeah,
that maybe they understand they need to be validated, but they don't know what it is.
I feel like they need some sort of wake-up call, that they really are not in tune with what's really in their best interests right now. And they're seeking, like you said, validation from somewhere else. And the validation they really need to have is within themselves. I always say, if you can't find it within, you're not going to find it out there. But people always look for it in other shallow ways to fill that emptiness inside. And right now, they need to be focusing on themselves.
So you're right. Maybe this doesn't speak exactly to them working, because you indicate they don't work. But somehow they want somebody to favor them in some way, or to say, oh, you do that great. Even if it's just, you know, keeping their house clean, you know.
Unlike Mr. O, I look at these cards, even if it is a pentacle card, more in a generic sense, depending on the question. And it is about validation, as you've said. It's definitely about validation. So they may be looking for romantic validation from someplace else, is what I'm thinking. They're really trying hard to get somebody's attention or interest, and it may not be right for them. I really feel that what they're doing is trying to seek this validation from places to fill a void in them that they have, and it's not going to work.
It keeps them from working on deeper issues that maybe they need to do.
And so, needless to say, I think you're not in the mix of that right now for whatever reasons. And you know what? If you are, if by chance they do show up, I'd just be a little bit careful, with the rekindling of this relationship, and make sure they're really serious, because I have the feeling there's shallow intentions here. That's what I'm picking up.
Which could explain the last thing that Marcia's saying here, too, you know, that they don't want somebody that can figure them out easily. Maybe they're looking for somebody that just expects physical relationship. And I got the ship. So you may hear that maybe he is moving towards you, moving somewhere.
Way. Whether it's moving into a relationship, whether it's moving into a job, he might get a job, or something. You may find out about some moves or some shifts and changes that he is going to make. You know,
the birds aren't news.
The birds are about communication and gossip. So I know you asked if he would contact you. I mean, it is possible he might say something to you. He might communicate with you. But I'm not seeing any kind of positive development here.
I think if he contacts you, he might be trying to provoke or cause something, not necessarily seriously, because I don't feel there's some seriousness there.
Yeah.
But he may be trying to tell you, well, I'm moving on anyways, or I'm doing something, you know, because maybe he understands that bit about you too, that you understand him. He isn't very motivated. He's not working, etc. But maybe he wants to fool you or other people that he's doing stuff. He's going places.
Hi, Amarjot. We will not be able to read for you today. We're into overtime right now, so I'm sorry. I apologize, but we've got two more readings to do, and we're going to close shop for today. So please feel free to come back sometime, though, and, you know, we'll fit you in, hopefully.
And we have Alani, and it's kind of the same thing, Alani.
Yep.
You just showed up, too. We're actually over a half an hour overtime. We're just trying to finish up the readings we have committed to. So we're really sorry we can't read for you guys, but we hope that you might consider coming back later in the week to our show on Thursday nights. Also, next Saturday... Where is that one?
You're welcome, Marcia.
We're going to do the happy hour next Saturday. So those are two more times this week that you might be able to get a reading from us.
I'm popping out a deck.
Yes, we do, Marcia.
I'm popping out a deck for Angel Rivera's one card, and guess what? I'm going to have you pull it, Mr. O. And then you can do the same with Gina's with your deck. All right?
Thanks for asking. Yes, we do have other readings at our website, tfttarotfortoday.com, one word, plus a lot of other stuff. So check that out.
We
and
got
thank you
all
for asking.
types of readings posted there. We can customize a reading for you. If you have any questions about anything you see there, feel free to email us. And
we have ridiculously good value. Once you look at that and you know what you're getting because you've seen us, you get ridiculously good value.
Obviously, we're not totally in it for the money here, is all I'm going to say. Don't do anything.
But we're so humble.
Mr. O, you're going to pick a card at random for Angel Rivera.
Can you give her a ballpark?
What do you mean? How much do we charge? I don't know. I don't even think I have anything as low as $3, but I might. But anywhere from probably $3 to $50.
9 or 10, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just a range depending on the type of reading.
Try to go to our website that I've indicated because it's all listed there. You just got to scroll down a little bit.
It's probably closer to $4 or $5. I forget
average,
now,
yeah.
But
and we have specials once in a while too.
Yeah, there'll be some specials coming up in the near month.
So for Angel Rivera, thank you for your patience too. We uphold the reverse Ace of Swords.
So I think that's saying that there might be some, something that everybody thought was a positive, that was going to be no problem whatsoever. Well, it's going to end up being like an empty victory. It's going to be like, nothing good comes of it. It's almost or maybe once it happens, it was kind of like, well, it's not as big a deal as we thought it would be. Mm-hmm. What do you say?
To me, when I look at that one, I think it sort of indicates a change in possibly who's calling the shots, or a change in how the shots are being enacted. It may say that there's delays to projects, So for this next week, you could probably expect maybe some things to stall a little bit, but I don't think it's like a fatal or crucial thing. I just sort of feel like it's just about, what we're in too.
I kind of sometimes feel it's wasted effort. Like everybody
Okay.
put their chips on one number and then it didn't happen. I just feel it's kind of an empty victory in this case. I know there's lots of things the Ace of Swords could mean. Bad decisions or decisions that just don't turn out. But that's what I'm going with.
Here's your letter, Mon.
Oh,
A letter and a child.
I don't think it's going to be that big a deal, though, ultimately, Angel. I think that it's just a small little annoyance, ultimately. Like I said, people just feel they wasted their time or their energy on putting something together that just didn't pay off the way they thought it would.
I know Gina can appreciate this, but my baby wrote me a letter. But it's the letter of the child. And so I sort of feel that maybe a communication expresses the idea of some simpler or slower steps to take to get things back on track or to pull it into the direction it needs to go.
That's what we have for you, Angel. Good luck with that. And you're going to pull your deck for Gina.
Oh,
And you're going to
yes.
let me pull the card at random, and then you can interpret it, because I am not sure about those cards.
Well, I do have a book to read.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's why I bought it, because even though it spends a lot of time on the cards, it does have these simple, kind of affirmative kind of things about them. So, Gina, and
Hey, you're
bottom of
welcome,
the
Angel.
deck,
Thanks for hanging with us. You
the
were in
letter
it
by
for
the
long
turtles. I like
haul.
that one too.
One card, top and... Okay, pull one bottom. Well, I'll pull one, and yeah, we'll see what's on the bottom. The letter by the turtles.
This is a really cool deck because it takes its cues from Aleister Crowley, but it's a lot more new agey spiritual in my opinion. So I've been enjoying using it on occasion for my Thoughts from Thought Thursday. I didn't use it this last week, or I don't believe I did. No, I did actually. I always thought that was the Box Tops or somebody else, not
You're
the
going to let me
Turtles.
pull one at random, but then keep them... You know how I found it? Yes. I'm pulling at random, but keep the bottom because she wants the bottom card.
You're the boss.
And I am not going to pull the bottom card. So-
You're the boss. Here, take that one now.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Hey, quit trying to steer my psychicness.
Oh, I know you can't be steered.
Did you read it upright?
I read it upright. Let me do that. Leave it alone.
Okay.
Oh, this is so interesting. I'll tell you why in a minute. It's the Five of Fire, which would be the Five of Wands. Aww,
It's a
look at
beautiful
them.
card.
They're little salamanders or newts or whatever they are.
The box tops.
The Box Tops. Sorry. I thought it was... Did I say the Box Tops?
No, she
I
did.
said it. But I said it
Yep.
first, right?
Yes, she said she goofed.
It's okay. But don't the Turtles have a song called The Letter, too? Or a song about the letter? I keep thinking they do, too. I'm stalling until I find... Okay. The Five of Fire reassures you that your humanity is alive and well as you face the battles of daily life. This card can signify an ego struggle, the battle between the often child needs and the realities and hardships of adult life. This can be tough, and although ultimately the battle is within, it may often manifest as an external struggle. Fives always indicate that there is a need for growth, a challenge to develop a greater understanding of a situation.
I like that.
I do too.
So what do you have on the bottom?
Yay! We knew you were human. We knew you would be human. All right.
You were just talking on Twitter today about liking your body.
And then you have the root of water, which I believe is
Oh, that's so beautiful.
if it's not the ace, it might be a court card. That is really beautiful too, isn't it? The root of water. So let's find out what that one is.
And she's a Cancer, isn't she?
That's right. And it is like the Ace of Cups.
Wow.
So that's beautiful. The root of water indicates that a balance is required between keeping still and moving forward so that you may move forward with stillness. Being in harmony with your fate requires a deep sensitivity to your emotional foundation, and through remaining flexible, you learn how to flow around obstacles that lie in your path. In acting when the time is right and being still when it is required, you gain the key to a peaceful heart. That is beautiful.
Yeah. Anything to add to that, Mr. O?
Woof. Yeah, I just recently finished Bark, so Bark is good. You know what I mean.
Yeah, okay. So I think that's awesome. I wish I could say more, but what was the 5-1 again? Do you remember that one, what it said?
That she's human.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Let's go back there real quick.
The thing about stillness, finding stillness within the self.
That was the 5, right?
Yeah, 5 of fire, right?
Reassures you your humanity is live, signifies ego struggle between child needs and adult life, often manifest as an external struggle. 5s always indicate a need for growth.
So the balance, the balance between stillness and growth. And, when you think about it too, things grow in the ground, in the quiet, and in the dark, in the stillness. So think about that. That's where growth sprouts from. That's what we have for you, Gina. Oh, except we do have this. Oh.
They are beautiful. I love this deck.
Don't drop my tiles. The key is to go with the flow. There's a flow of abundance, just waiting to be discovered here. But, I think that's what you have to find in the stillness, through being still and achieving that balance.
It's kind of funny because the fish goes with the Ace of Cups.
I know.
And we could put the key with that one too,
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard for a salamander to turn the key, but if you're a human, it's easier.
I'm not even going to try to argue with Mr. O's logic. I have learned I cannot. Right. I need the emoji right now with the exploding head. That's what we have for you, Gina. Oh, yeah. Okay. You got the fish on Thursday, too.
Fish on Thursday, that's the punchline of a joke. How many surrealists does it take to change a light bulb? Fish on Thursday.
That's the joke?
Surrealists. How many surrealists?
Yes, I get it.
Do
it
you?
It is surreal. Obtuse and surreal.
I bet Angel Rivera gets that one. Oh, wow.
We're done.
So it looks like we made it. We made it.
So we want to thank everybody for coming today, and we've really enjoyed ourselves. Look, it's 444. We're ending on 444.
That's so awesome.
So take care, everybody. I hope you have a great Sunday ahead, and let's all keep our thoughts on the Gulf Coast and wishing them well there. And we persevere.
No, we persevered.
We persevered.
We persevered. Percival knew how to persevere.
Yes. Okay.
I'm going way out there, so...
So now we have completely lost our minds, and it's time to say goodbye. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, and have a great rest of your day.
Bye.